Hello students, today we are going to see the new lessons. Okay, so first we will deal with the topic with what is adjective. Okay, word that describes the noun, isn't it? So words that describes is called that adjective. So what are the nouns? So what is noun? Firstly we should know. So noun is a persons or place or things or idea, isn't it? Place, person, place, things, idea. So what is adjective under that? To describe the noun, isn't it? So how does it describe noun with an adjective? So how does it use the person, place, things, idea? So these four things, that is noun. So now we just describe per person is a good person, isn't it? He's a good person, he's the best. He is the best. Okay, Sachin is the best. Or he's a clever. He is a clever man, isn't it? Just describing the noun, isn't it? That is adjective. Okay, just to describe the noun. So we are just describing the persons with a good, best, and clever. So just we are describing the personality of a person, isn't it? Just we are describing. So he's a good person, isn't it? So the place, that how does we describe the place? Beautiful, old, or beautiful, old, or white, isn't it? Just we are describing the beauty of the place, isn't it? Just how does it describes? That is very important. That is we describe the place, isn't it? So it's a palace or something else, isn't it? So it's be beautiful, old, and white. Okay, that is described. And the things. Okay, things. What are the things to be named? Things. T-H-I-N-G. Thing, isn't it? It's colorful, isn't it? Colorful. It's six. So just we are saying the things quality is big or small, isn't it? It's colorful. Okay, it's colorful or it's six. Okay, so just we are describing the things. Okay, how does things to be described, isn't it? That is called, isn't it? So noun is that describe, or the adjective is that describes the noun, isn't it? So no idea is a great. Okay, he wasn't great in sleep, it was very scary, isn't it? It was very funny, isn't it? Just we can make it sentence to that way. So to give us some idea, to describing the idea, adjective with the describing, so we are just so this kind of terms we are used to, commonly used for the to in the adjectives. Okay, to describe the noun, isn't it? So when you use the describes noun, those this kind of words we are using the person, place. Okay, so how does it is used? Noun equal to the pronoun, isn't it? How does it is a noun equal to the pronoun? So that we can see in the next okay, in this lesson. So we are going to see, and adjectives are the words that describes the noun. Is an adjective as a word that describes the noun, isn't it? So that is a sentence. For example, the sentence, okay, Rama is tall person. Ram is a tall person. So this is tall, isn't it? Tall. So Ram is a tall person. So it's called, okay. And this is a small ball. This is a small ball. Okay, this is a small, isn't it? Small ball, isn't it? Small ball. So Shreya has five chocolate. So Shreya has five chocolate. Okay, just to we are just to describe the five chocolate. Or how many numbers are there? How many is are there? How many chocolates are there? So five chocolate. Just we are particularly mentioning about the things. And degree of adjective. So what are the degree of adjective? That is now come to the main point of our lesson. In positive degree is there, comparative degree is there, superlative degree is there. That is the main topic that we are going to deal with the lesson. But in the beginning, just take introduction to have a better understanding. So used to when we need to compare things. So this kind of used to where things we compare. So positive used to describe, not to compare. It's just to describe. So when it's comparative, used to compare two things. So it is under the superlative used to compare the two or more things, isn't it? For example, in the for example that we can see that, okay, Ram is a tall boy. So Ram is a tall boy, isn't it? So that is describe, isn't it? Ram is a tall boy. Okay, that is just we are describing. Okay, and Sham is a taller, isn't it? Taller than Ram. Okay, Sham is a taller than Ram. So just to describe the comparatives, it comes to the comparison. Ram is taller than Ram. Okay, Ram is taller. So Divesh is the tallest among all. See, Divesh is tallest among all. That means you're just describing two or more things. First, you are describing the positive. Okay, Ram is a tall boy. Okay, one person is describing. That is we are used. Okay, tall, taller, tallest, isn't it? So we are seeing the smaller class almost we are dealing with this screen, but sometimes we are not aware of the how to use this. Okay, the user is very important. How to describe, how to use the comparativity, how to use the superlative, isn't it? So first we said Ram is a tall boy. If Ram is taller than Sham, isn't just we are adding taller than is the tallest. Okay, so we are using this kind of terms. So positive, comparative, and super. So we are mainly focused on the lessons to the lesson with this one. So how does we describe things? It's very simple chapter. Okay, so by adding er or for comparative and es for superlative, that much is there, nothing to worry. Okay, positive, comparative, superlative. Bright, brighter, brightest. So cold, colder, coldest. Strong, stronger, strongest, isn't it? This kind of things words or comparative super that he has learned, isn't it? So most is in positive, but we are using this kind of terms, but we are not, sometimes we are not aware of that. Okay, so by adding for by adding r for the comparative and st for superlative, so some of the terms. Okay, fine, finer, finest, isn't it? So er, some of the words we are adding the er and the est, and as well as we come to them by adding the er and est. That's depend upon spelling, isn't it? How some of the words are like that, so you should be adding that fine, finer, and finest. Wise, wiser, and feist. So while, wheeler, wheeler, and whilst. So it's a irregular adjective. So what are the irregular adjective? Positive, good, better, best, isn't it? Something different, isn't it? Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Little, less, least, isn't it? So this kind of some called irregular adjective. Okay, and irregular adjectives are there. Okay, that is we should focus and we not confused with it. So this is the lesson is about. So may I request you to write 10 words, okay, with the positive, comparative, and superlatives. Okay, thank you.